Hi guys, this is Banditcat and welcome back to another pet themed video. In this video I have my 2017 5 favorite fish products, and I've done small animal products I think in the past, or at least durable products. So I'm here today with my favorite fish products, and I'm in front of my discus tank. Please ignore the weird funky background. That background was on like 100% perfectly, and then it kind of started to peel off, so there's those weird black splotches, so we'll fix that eventually. But yeah, we're also in my animal room, kind of fish room, pet room, everything room, so you might hear some buzzing or squeaking or just general noises, so please excuse those. And anyway, let's get on with the video. Okay, so these aren't in any order really, so I'm just kind of doing them at random, and so they're all my favorites. They're all things I couldn't live without. So yeah, but if anything had to top the list, it would probably be this, and this is my Python water changer, which is an automatic water changer that, so you don't have to use buckets anymore, and it attaches to the sinks. Wait, let me find. This is the 25-foot version. You can also get it in 50, 75, and 100, I believe. And there's just a little, that didn't work. There's just a little adapter that connects to your sink, and so it siphons the water out, and it can either fill your tank or drain your tank. And having a 60-gallon tropical community tank, which is over here, which you can't see, and my discus tank, just having two larger tanks, it makes it a lot easier on your back and your shoulders, and it's just more time manageable wise. So like a regular water change might take up to an hour, just so that you do it slowly and you don't want to stress the fish, but with this it only takes 20 minutes at the most. So this is very handy, something I can't live without, really useful, and they're kind of expensive. Like the 25-foot I got for $40. Both of I have two, one for the discus and then one for my regular tank, and they're really useful. And yeah, let's get on to the second product. Okay, so my second favorite 2017 fish keeping aquarium product is going to have to be Reptile Prime, of course, which is something that will probably go on the list every single year just because it's like the best water conditioner ever. It's made by Seachem or Seachem, I guess, depending on how you pronounce it. I say Seachem, but I think I've heard some people say Seachem, so I don't know. Whatever you want, it's all good. And so I buy the smaller bottles, even though I have large tanks and many tanks really. I buy the small bottles just because it is a lot of bang for your buck, if you can use that statement, because it's one capful for 50 gallons of new water. So if you're only doing 5-gallon water changes on like a 10-gallon or something, it's really only half of the little thread on the cap, and it's really a good money saver just because it uses less than your other commercial brands, and because it's easier to measure. I feel like every fish keeper I've ever met just loves Prime, and I guess the only really problem with it is it kind of smells like sulfur, but once it's in the tank, you don't smell the sulfur anymore, and it doesn't harm your fish in any way, and so I always use Prime. And I believe you can also safely double the dose, no, 5 times the normal dose, and it's still safe. Not that you should do it every time, but just I know that if I accidentally add one too many drops in or something like that, it's not going to harm my fish. So yeah, second favorite product. Okay, so my third favorite product is staying in the Seachem family, or Seachem, I don't know, whichever one. And it would be the Seachem, I don't know what I'm saying, I don't know, just that brand. It's going to be Stability, which is the new tank stabilization system for marine and freshwater, and basically it's good bacteria to put in your tank whenever you start a tank, just to jumpstart the cycle. And for me, this is perfect. I don't recommend like just always doing this method without doing a proper cycle, but you know, sometimes in the fish keeping world you get random fish here and there and you need somewhere to throw them, and you can't do a cycle all the time, so you take some gravel from that tank, you take some biological media from over there, and you put some Stability in there, and then hey, the fish don't die. So that's kind of what I do, and it's very helpful. I've never had any new fish die when I'm using stability. So I really love this product. It works really well. I buy not necessarily the huge bottles, but I buy kind of the medium bottle size up from the small, and it works very well. I think this is actually an empty bottle because I'm out of it, and I haven't started any new tanks recently, which is sad, but it's probably also good because MTS, multiple tank syndrome, but it's also sad at the same time. So yeah, I'll have to pick up another bottle of this, and then who knows, stuff will appear around the fish room. Okay, so we're taking a bit of a road trip for this fourth item. You're going to be seeing this piece of driftwood in my 60-gallon tank, which is my fourth favorite product because driftwood is just amazing. I believe this is spiderwood, and I think I got it at Big Al's Pets Supplies, which is a website. I'll link it down in the description below. And I really love driftwood just because it's a natural addition to your aquarium. There's a lot of different spots for fish to hide in it, and then of course your plecos can rasp on the wood for some nutrition for them. And so it's just a great overall product that is really nice. It's generally not too expensive, but make sure you boil it before you put it in because a lot of natural wood has tannins in it. And if you leave the tannins in your water, it can lower the pH quite a bit, and it will also turn your water brown, which you can not boil it if you have apistogrammas or any kind of species that needs the water with a lower pH, but just make sure you boil it several times just to get all the tannins out, and then you'll have a nice happy piece of driftwood to put in your aquarium. My fifth and final favorite product isn't actually a fish keeping product, so sorry, but it is staying in the realm of aquariums, and that is of course going to be the Repast Super Diet Shrimp Souffle, and I'm sorry that's not focusing. I feel like a lot of stuff hasn't focused. There we go. It's going to be the Repast Shrimp Souffle, and this is for all you invertebrate keepers out there, and I just want to say this, that Repast doesn't only make stuff for shrimp and reptiles. They also have, I have 5 of the Repast bottles like this. I have the meat pie, which I feed to my beta sometimes. I know that's not focusing, but I don't want to bore you to death. And the grub pie, I know it wasn't focusing. That's an insectivore for fish. So just check out their website. I'll put it in the description bar. Go check that out. And there's tons of different foods there for multiple different fish, and then also if you're a reptile keeper, you can go find some reptile foods there too, I believe, especially crested geckos, which is cool. But yeah, one of my favorites is the shrimp souffle, and I feed this to my shrimp, and it's just wonderful because sometimes if you buy the little shrimp pellets, they either get lost in the gravel or they're just too small. In this you can control the slab size, and it's a gel food, so you mix it with like boiling water or hot water, and then you can store it in your fridge or freezer, and that's all there is to it, and it's really good food. And so that's my favorite is definitely going to be the shrimp variety, which is what I use the most. It's not made out of shrimp, so you have to be careful if you're buying food for your shrimp because a lot of shrimp foods are made out of shrimp. Yeah, because they're for fish. So this is a good diet to feed to your shrimp, and it's not made of shrimp. And of course, Repast also makes other foods as well. I believe I also have the community diet, which is good so-and-so with my fish, but especially my my betas love the meat pie, and lots of, back when I had apistogrammas, they love the insectivore stuff. So yeah, and of course, all fish love insects, because why not? Thank you for watching this video. Please give this video a fins up if you are a fish keeping enthusiast, or paws up if you're from the dog, cat, small animal, rodent world, or claws up, or talons up. Whatever animal you had, just make sure you push that thumbs up button, and also be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can see more of my videos. So yeah, I just want to thank you again for watching, taking time out of your day to come and stop by and see the Banditcat family. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a joytastic day. Bye!